Audacious move.
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome to something new that I've kind of done in the past as a stream. It's like Team of the Week prediction research. But what I'm going to do is open up the floor to you guys to let me know a few things, maybe a few players that I'm missing already. And of course, in tomorrow's official Team of the Week predictions, you'll get to see the outcome. And then, of course, on Wednesday, we do a review where we look through the Team of the Week and we see what we had in the possibles, what we decided was worthy of getting into the starting 11 subs and reserves, etc. So for what we're going to do now is basically do what I do on a Saturday. I'm doing it much earlier than I normally would, and of course I will add to this once more games are played. But because it's an international week, things are a little bit slower. It's easier to sort of go through and dissect properly. So, I go to whoscored.com is my main source. I do check other websites as well, which we will use in this episode. But what I'm going to do is just have a look at these two games. So, this is Group 4 of the UEFA Nation League D. Now, that's where we're going to start off. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. We'll go to Macedonia and to Armenia. And we'll have a look at the Macedonia game first. So you can see here that Bardi has got a goal and a Man of the Match award and a 2-0 win. And if I take a very quick look over, I've already got it done, over on Footbin, which is what I tend to use just to sort of get all the details written down for the card. He's likely to get in form, and that's going to be the first player on my list. If we then get rid of Macedonia and go back and look at Armenia, this is an interesting one because Movsisyan, who used to be in the game, I believe he used to play for CSKA back in the day, he is no longer in the game. Despite scoring 4 goals and getting man of the match, he won't get himself an inform. I've also had a look at this defender, who is also not in the game. So, based on that, Mkhitaryan is probably going to be my pick. It's interesting because he's actually got an SBC out right now, so this inform card will be 86 rated like the SBC card, although the SBC card is live and will potentially go up if Arsenal progress through the Europa League. It looks like, if they decide to at least, and I'm sure they will do because there is a severe lack, or there will be a severe lack of players due to the lack of games being played, Mkhitaryan will likely be in form this week, which is interesting. Let's get rid of that and go up a group into Group 3 to see what games have been played there. They all kick off later today. As you can see, I'm recording this at 10 to 4 on a Saturday, so obviously we can't look at the games that kick off in the evening, and of course the games that kick off tomorrow. So November the 15th, these games are played, Moldova and Belarus. Now, normally you'd look at this and you'd think, well, he didn't do anything. You know, he didn't get a goal, he didn't get an assist. Yes, he got man of the match and kept a clean sheet, but it was against San Marino. No disrespect to San Marino, but they haven't won an international game of football since... I don't think they've ever won. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm being legit there. I don't think they've ever won a game. But because there will be a severe lack of players, I think he will get himself an inform, and he plays in the Turkish league. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that might be a semi-usable defender, although I think he's got like 40-something pace, so maybe not. But if you're a fan of that club, then who knows? Dragoon, he's not in the game to my knowledge. Stanislav Dragoon. So based on that, I don't think they'll give it to anyone. Maybe the right back, if we can have a look to see if he's in the game. He's not. So I don't think they'll give it to anyone here, and if they do, it'll be a random player that I'm just not going to check. So I'm not going to put anyone from that Belarus game into it. Let's try and quicken the pace here through the group so we get to the higher rated players to look at. Okay, so 2-1-1 draws, I tend to not bother with those because it's unlikely that EA will choose anyone from a draw, let alone a 1-1 draw. If it's like 3-3 or something, then fair enough. Scotland, Albania kick off later this evening, so we'll check that tomorrow. Hungary 2-0 and Greece have beaten Finland as well. So let's go to the Hungary game first. And Orban, who will be a nation change. He's German in FIFA right now, plays for Leipzig. Correct me if I'm wrong. So he'll go to a Hungarian centre-back, but he will be from the Bundesliga. So, again, that would be one of my picks, definitely going on the list. And then we have Greece. Looking at this, I mean, it was an own goal, so they may choose the right-back, Torosidis. Probably said that wrong, but... Let's have a look to see if he's in the game. He is. He plays for Olympiacos, and he will go into a gold. He won't be very good, but I still will probably put him in my Team of the Week predictions for keeping a clean sheet, getting man of the match. So there's that. Get rid of that one. Right, let's go to Group 3 very quickly. Again, 2-1 all draws, so I'm not going to choose anyone from there. And then the game between Serbia and Montenegro is still ongoing, although we are in the 90th, so we can look at this with some confidence. And possibly Ljajic. I think he plays for Torino, or at least he used to. They could give it to Alexander Kolarov, which would be interesting. Mitrovic was taken off after missing a penalty. The keeper didn't even save it though. He literally just missed it. So they might go for Ljajic there. I'll have to take another look at that when the dust has settled on that game. Let's go to the Nations League B. This is where it starts to get interesting. Slovakia 4, Ukraine 1. They will 100% be informed from this game because of the sheer amount of goals scored. I'm not sure if Rusnak is in the game. I think so. With that in mind, it would be a position change. Yeah, because he's a cam. He plays in the MLS for Real Salt Lake. Plays as a cam, would go to a right mid or a right wing. That's going to be a god-awful card that no one in their right mind is going to want to use, unfortunately. But it is what it is. He's got good agility, and that's pretty much all he's got going for him. But that'll be the inform from that game. I would love it to be Marek Hamšík, but they won't give it to him for 1 assist, and especially as he has a live UCL card on the market right now. Not in packs, but on the market. No game time there yet. That kicks off later today. Turkey, Sweden. A lot of good games going on though. Full time between Austria and Bosnia. If the goalkeeper, any of the goalkeepers have made penalty saves, there's a chance here that they could give it to that centre back. I'm going to say no because it ended 0-0. But there is a chance if they are strapped for players. And then we'll have a look at Group 4. This is Denmark-Wales. I mean, a lot of people are going to say that I'm biased here because I am Welsh, of course. A lot of people are going to think I'm biased by saying that I don't think they're going to give anybody an inform. But, I mean, neither team played particularly well. Gareth Bale got a goal and man of the match, but they're not going to give him an inform for that, for losing the game. And it was only 1 goal. If it was a hat-trick and they lost 4-3, then fair enough. But no one from the Denmark side of things, possibly Braithwaite. Possibly for essentially scoring what was the winner. But he'll probably be in my possibles, but I'm not going to say it with much confidence, so I'm going to leave that one pretty much alone. And then we go into the big boy groups, League A, and Holland have beaten France, or the Netherlands have beaten France 2-0, which is a surprise to many, including most of the Dutch fans, I'm sure. Memphis Depay is already in form this week, so yes, Wijnaldum is likely to get it. Not that he played particularly well, 6.8. To be honest, I think they either left back or right back, or maybe even Jong there in the middle. Is that Frank de Jong? He probably deserves it even more. Frankie de Jong, my bad, deserves it even more than Wijnaldum does because of the rating there. He played a 10 or 1.0 better, but I think they're going to give it to him. So he will probably be one of the highest rated players so far in Team of the Week. Think of that what you will, but that's so far. There are games to be played on Sunday, of course. Let's have a look very quickly then at the rest of the leagues. Go to Group 2, and you'll see that Belgium have beaten Iceland. This is where one of the probably one of the better informs is going to come from. It is, of course, going to be Batshuayi. He's got 2 goals. He's hit the bar there as well, and he's got man of the match. If we have a look to see what that card would potentially look like, of course, it would probably go to an 84 because of that Champions League card. So I would say 84. He already has 85 finishing, so that's likely to go to upwards of 90. His stamina will be increased, but still not be good enough in my opinion, so that might go to 70 if he's lucky. Strength will go to 80 plus. Dribbling should go to 80 plus. Composure should go to about 84, 85. That's a good card. Stamina aside, that is a very good card, and one that you could definitely fit into a team quite easily. Theoretically, I could even maybe get that on my road to glory. Not that he would be better than the striker that I have there right now, but Batshuayi will probably be, at the moment at least, spearheading this week's Team of the Week. An 84 rated card. Although we do have Italy against Portugal. That's a big game. If either side win that, there will definitely be an inform from that game, regardless of the score or anything, as long as one team wins it. And then, of course, Croatia have beaten Spain. Yeah, at the moment, an 84 rated card is the highest rated card in this week's Team of the Week. And unfortunately, as much as I'd like to say Rakitic, Modric, even Lovren, or even Perisic, but he has a UCL card, so that's probably why not. Jedvaj, unfortunately, is going to get it. And I say unfortunately only because he's not actually a left back. He is a centre back for Bayer Leverkusen. So this would be a position change, which I'm sure many might enjoy. but he's not going to be a good left back because he has absolutely no legs whatsoever. His stamina is absolutely trash. He's got no dribbling ability or passing ability. So the only thing he's got going for him is fairly solid defensive stats. As a centre-back, he wouldn't be too bad for people who are a fan of him. But as a left-back, that'll be useless. But unfortunately, 2 goals and a Man of the Match award in a 3-2 win over Spain, and the winner in the 92nd minute. It's going to be difficult to deny Jedvaj of that inform. Ramos scoring again, but he's not going to get it, is he? 3 weeks on the trot Ramos has got on the score sheet, and he's not got it. As a centre-back, that is ridiculous. Maybe EA are Liverpool fans, and they just hate him for some reason. So, this is Soccerway.com. This is the other site that I use to pick up the lesser leagues, or the friendlies, because obviously there were friendlies. Qatar, Switzerland is one of them. I've looked through all this, there's nothing there. If we go to Thursday, there were friendlies, of course. England against the USA, Germany against Russia, Israel have absolutely slapped Guatemala 7-0. There's a couple of other 1-0 wins in there, and there are a couple of, there's a Colombian potential inform from Independiente. I might put him in there, I might not. I'm not quite sure if he's in the game, to be honest, but I think he scored a goal or 2 from midfield, so there's a chance he'll get in there. However, if we look at the friendlies, I don't know what to do. I'm going to need to do a little bit more research. I can't remember whether they include them or not. I'm leaning towards no, but they might do. If they do include them, then it's a judgment call. It's a potential between Alexander-Arnold and Callum Wilson. I would, as a Liverpool fan, I would prefer Callum Wilson. I know it sounds stupid, but we've got Robertson. And even an in-form Alexander-Arnold wouldn't be good enough to get into most people's teams. I mean, if you're building a team for a bit of fun, then he'll potentially be an 82 rated right back who, not too bad really. He'll have much better stamina, which is good. He'll have semi-decent defensive stats. Still lacks the heading. His dribbling will be boosted. Obviously, his acceleration will be up into the sort of 83, 84. Sprint speed the same. It'll be an improvement, but I still don't think it's good enough to get into a team. So with that in mind, do I really want to see it? Maybe not. Callum Wilson, on the other hand, that is a card that if you get, I'm thinking more player pick than anything else. Again, this will go to 82, and that then becomes usable because his composure goes to 80 plus, his finishing goes to 83, 84, his stamina goes up again, which is nice, his strength goes up, his heading goes up, his pace is already decent, but that goes up again. So I'd like to see this, and as a player pick, and as a potential player pick for myself, I wouldn't mind it. If I had to choose him 82 rated over Alexander-Arnold 82 rated, I know which one I would choose. So if there's an inform, then obviously one of those. Germany, it's hard to look past Serge Gnabry, who, to be fair to him, would have a decent card. Not going to be too much longer on this video, don't worry if you are itching to get away. Gnabry has already got a decent card there, but the extra boost in stamina and composure will help him massively. That'll go to 84 minimum, if not 85. I think I made the mistake with this last week, though. I think it'll go to 84. I was hoping Bakambu would go to an 80. No, Bakambu, was it someone else that would go to an 85? Partey, but he didn't. He went to an 84. But there we are. Nevertheless, doesn't matter too much. But if there are informs from friendlies, then you can look towards that. And then, of course, Israel. It'll be, I don't know how to pronounce his name properly, but Dabor. I think he's in the game, right? Just double checking very quickly. Maybe not. Maybe he's not in the game. Is he? He's not popping up. I think he's in the game, but he's not popping up. If not, then Sahar possibly. Maybe Saba though, but he came off the bench. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. And I don't think there are any other sort of major friendlies that I would want to look at here. Possibly Brazil, but I honestly don't think they'll give it to Neymar for one penalty. Very hard to imagine that a penalty against Uruguay will be enough to get an inform for someone like Neymar. So I'm a friendly at that, so I'm going to leave that alone. And there's a couple of other 1-0s in there. I don't know if there's any friendlies on today. A lot of French Cup games, which won't count. Argentina have beaten Mexico 2-0, and Costa Rica have beaten Chile 3-1. Those have happened today. Anything from these? No. I mean, maybe Funes Mori, but I doubt it. And then Costa Rica. Waston's a defender. That is a potential. And I think he's quite quick, isn't he? 74, but obviously plays in the MLS. Oh no, he's not quick. My bad, wrong one. He's got a lot of strength, but apart from that, yeah, I don't think anyone's going to want to use him. I've got to get him confused. Was it Opara is the one that's really pacey from the MLS? My bad. And I don't know if there's any friendlies on tomorrow that we can look at very quickly before we end. Again, a lot of French Cup games and one friendly between Spain and Bosnia. I doubt anything will come from that because obviously Spain have participated in actual competition against Croatia. That'll be the game that they get judged on, not the friendly. There are some Argentinian League games on tomorrow, and that's pretty much about it. Of course, we do have, I think we have League 1 and League 2 games. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, League 1, League 2. Luton, oh wow, poor pie face. Luton are absolutely smashing Plymouth 4-0. So there could be an inform from that game. Let's just double check it very quickly. If there's any hat-tricks, then, okay, we can't check it yet because they've not updated it. But there is a potential for an inform from that game, maybe a couple of others if there's some late goals knocking about. Don't know if the Scottish League is on. I doubt it, though. No, it doesn't look like it. So, yeah, that's a little rundown of the players who I think will be in Team of the Week so far. The spearheads, though, Batshuayi is the highest rated player in this week's Team of the Week so far. There are still games to be played today and, of course, tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I'm not quite sure what time the latest game is on, but you can look out for it between about 9 and 10 UK time. And I will release the full Team of the Week predictions then. If I've missed anyone, or maybe you're watching this after the evening games have been played, feel free to let me know who you think deserves to be an inform in the comments. Bear in mind, friendlies may or may not count. I don't know. If you remember whether they do, let me know in the comment section down below. I don't know why, but I can't quite put my finger on whether they do or they don't. If you have enjoyed it, smack the like button. If you want to see this every week, of course, the league is back next week. If you want to see it for that, then let me know in the comments as well. And by the way of the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until the next time, goodbye.